Hey guys, this is Tara Macklin hopping in here to talk to you guys about PCOS and supplements. And no, this is not going to be my list of like top supplements. I actually have a list. It's not even my top supplements. It's just supplements in general. We are doing a supplement journey in Thriving with PCOS community. That link for that is below this video. If you guys would like to check that out, feel free to hop into that group. It's a great resource. But the way that I have it designed is to give you information so that way you can make the best decision for the supplements that'll help you with your PCOS. So we all take different supplements for different reasons, but and we all have different triggers or drivers, or some people call it types of PCOS. And so what will work for me, for Tara, may not necessarily work for you out there with your unique type of PCOS. So keep that in mind. Like, I can make all the suggestions in the world, and what I suggest, you might actually find a different combination that works better for you. It's trial and error. Just like doing pharmaceuticals, it's going to be trial and error because, again, pharmaceuticals are designed in such a way that they're meant to have a specific outcome, but your body may respond to it different than like the thousands of people it was tested on before they released it onto the market. So keep that in mind when you guys are going down this journey. But I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit today, is that I feel like a lot of people ask about supplements because they feel like it's like the replacement for a pharmaceutical. Like they almost treat it in the same way. They see that they have these symptoms, and this supplement is supposed to help out with these symptoms. And so then they go and take the supplement. That's great. And I hope it really helps you. But again, just like when we've talked about pharmaceuticals in the past, you cannot supplement away bad habits, guys. So again, if we're, and trust me, I love enjoying life. So this tends to get to be a little sticky when we start talking about lifestyle. Like, people get venomously upset when you bring up the suggestion that you have to change your lifestyle. If you have an androgen driver for your PCOS, if you have high DHEAs, then you will definitely need to look into stress management by far more than someone who has insulin resistance. So again, understanding your drivers is a big key, but also realizing that you've got to do the things in your life to help manage your PCOS. I could tell you to take zinc to help try to get your androgens levels down. I could tell you to take the all the other slews of supplements that they suggest. I could tell you go take some pharmaceuticals to help get them down. Again, if we're not addressing our stress management, these are only going to either not be effective when it comes to a supplement, or you're going to mask if you're talking about the pharmaceuticals. So we're still not addressing the problem. And in fact, when you're coming with the pharmaceutical, you will then overcome what the pharmaceutical is forcing your body to do, because it's literally what it's doing. It's forcing your body into a situation that it's not doing. It doesn't help promote or teach the body to manage it better. Only you can do that through your lifestyle changes. So I just kind of want to talk about some things. I do feel like supplements are very important. I utilize them. I always try to use food sources first and see how that responds. If I'm not responding well, then I will then go look at the supplement and then also dig deeper into the different like I can tell you to go look at magnesium, but there's multiple types of magnesium. So then I will do and dig in deeper and find out which type of magnesium is going to be best for my situation. So with that said, let's kind of chat about some things that go hand in hand with supplements. And then that way you guys can maybe see that it's a bigger picture. It's kind of like when you're driving down the highway, and I'm a big highway driver, so this fits well for me as I live in a city. I don't just stay in the same lane the whole time. One lane doesn't serve me constantly when I drive, right? Like, there's some ramps that I'm going to have to take on and re-enter onto another highway, and then I might have to exit off on that highway, and so that might require some lane changes because my exit's clear on the other side of the highway. So guys, you cannot always just stay in the same lane. That includes your lifestyle. You consider your lifestyle a type of lane, so to speak. So there's some different things that I would ask for you to consider, and also looking at your drivers in your PCOS. So consistent sleep. This is a big one, and I'm actually doing a little mini challenge to help people find better sleep in that community as well that I referenced to earlier. So if you guys want to check that out, that's going to be in there for you. That's coming up here pretty soon. So feel free. If not, no biggie. But also making sure that we're getting a balanced diet. I feel like we get really stuck in a lot of diet cultures, and just try not to do it. It actually, we've talked a little bit before about how that kind of brings on different moods and relationships with food. So again, trying to focus more on balanced meals and getting the whole spectrum of things and colors on your plate, that is going to be more serving for you in the long run. And that will also help you balance out if you're someone who is like insulin resistant or has any sort of like blood sugar triggers. This is going to be a great one for you. Stress management, like I talked about before, that stress management can involve sleep, but also just the ways that you approach different things in life. I can tell you I'm a big stress junkie, and I will actually procrastinate because I actually thrive a little bit there. But knowing that living in constant stress and negative stress is not a good thing. And we also refer back, there's another video where we actually talked about other types of stressors beyond emotional types of stress. So those also play a role into that. Finding your root causes, we've talked about that a couple times here in this video. There are different drivers for PCOS. We all have different types. It can be a little tricky trying to figure out what those are, but I'll try to do a video to kind of help walk you through what some of that looks like here down the road. Movement, the types of movement, or are you even getting movement at all? Do the movement, do the walking. Guys, that's even a great stress management. It's just to go out and go for a walk. A simple walk is great for PCOS. I don't know why walking gets like dogged as far as something that people, that's not real exercise. It's exercise. You're moving. It's not like we're living in 1850 where people like walked all the time, so walking wasn't exercise. Like, we're in a by far different way of living. Go walk. It's good for you. Lowering inflammation. That's one of my main drivers is inflammation. And so what that looks like for me can be a little bit different for you, but doing some things to lower inflammation for me, one of my root causes of inflammation was through food. So I've had to change the way that I eat, and I actually thrive in that place. So gut health is another one that I've talked about as a struggle for me, had been a struggle for me, and it's something that I've worked on. So consider your gut health, because again, if you're taking supplements and you're not having good gut health, you're not absorbing the supplements anyways. So you're just flushing your money down the toilet. Gut health has to absolutely go with supplementation. It's just, there's just no other way around it. And of course, looking at supplementation from a targeted perspective. So a lot of times people take multivitamins and things like that, and maybe they're getting things that they're not necessarily needing, which is why I have what I have in my group going on right now, literally walking people through, if you're deficient in these are the symptoms you're probably experiencing. So this would be why considering getting the supplementation would be good for you. So keep that in mind as you look at your different PCOS symptoms. You want to take a more targeted approach, also looking at your levels in your lab work like we discussed in the last video in this channel. So hopefully you guys have found this helpful. At the end of the day, it's called balance. And I know it seems so unachievable in the way that the world works today, but you can find health balance, not through just supplementation, not through just pharmaceuticals, but in the things that you do on the daily. It will be a trial and error. You will trip up, you will make mistakes, and it is okay. I'm here to tell you it is okay, but commit. Get back up and try all over again. Just because you have one bad day doesn't mean you just toss it all out and eat the whole bag of Oreos, guys. Like, that's not going to solve your problem. I promise you. Trust me, as someone who binge eats or ate. It's actually, there's some days that it's really tempting, but this is not going to serve you when you just cave and go back to your old lifestyles, because it gets complicated. If your health is important to you, you will find a way to make it work. I promise. So just be open-minded to it. Take it step by step, baby steps, but please skip the magic pill. There is no magic pill, whether it's pharmaceutical or it's a supplement. It doesn't exist. It's not there. So Anyways, those are my parting thoughts for you guys. Hopefully you guys have found this helpful and informative, and that way it kind of inspires you to open your mind a little bit to making those lifestyle changes. Trust me, I know they are challenging and they're tough, and it may not be something that you want to do. Trust me, when I had to consider giving up certain foods, I'm a recovering carboholic, guys. So, but when I feel better in that space, it's something that I want to thrive and live in. So I'm sure you'll find those things that you would like to find that you just feel better in. So I encourage you to go find them. And if you guys need help with that, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help you guys out in that part of your journey as well. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.